This year, all the hype surrounding rookies has kind of been centered around Elias Patterson, Dahlin, Jordan Binnington, Carter Hart, and those guys, but in today's video, I'm going to look at 5 rookies who are having underrated seasons that are just kind of flying under the radar and not really getting the recognition that they deserve. Starting off with the really obvious one in my opinion, and that is Andreas Johnsson of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, it seems that sometimes people forget that this guy is a rookie. Yes, he is 24 years old, but he is technically a rookie, and he's having an amazing season. Last year in the AHL, 54 games played, 26 goals, and 28 assists for 54 points. Remember, this guy was a 7th round pick with the 202nd overall pick in the 2013 draft. He's basically been a hidden gem, kind of just stashed away by the Toronto Maple Leafs since then, but really has shown that he can be a very, very good NHL player. This year in 63 games as a rookie, 20 goals, 19 assists for 39 points, and he's second in rookie scoring. And I've seen NHL tweeted out a graphic of Elias Patterson and then some of the other rookies saying the first half was really dominated by Patterson, but some rookies are making a strong case who's the Calder favorite, and Andreas Johnsson's photo wasn't even in that picture. I thought that was somewhat disrespectful because you could argue he's having, the third or second best rookie campaign out of anyone. Obviously, the goalies and Dahlin are having amazing years, but you can't really just forget about Andreas Johnsson because really the numbers he's been putting up, 20 goals as a rookie, is pretty impressive. Yes, he is playing with talented guys, but he showed in the AHL last year that he can do this on a regular basis, and he is an offensive threat. So I think Andreas Johnsson is having an amazing season as a rookie, and a lot of people should start recognizing it. Next up, from the Pittsburgh Penguins, is Marcus Patterson. He was a 2nd round pick, 38th overall in 2014 by the Anaheim Ducks, traded to Pittsburgh around the probably a quarter mark of this season for Daniel Sprong. He's 22 years old, last year in the American League, 14 assists in 44 games. This year in the NHL, split between the Pittsburgh Penguins and Anaheim Ducks, 73 games played, 2 goals and 19 assists for 21 points. But since he has gotten to the Pittsburgh Penguins, he's been a pretty reliable defenseman for them. I believe he's like a +10 in the games that he has played for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I definitely think that defensive depth is going to help them if they want to make another run at a Stanley Cup. Obviously, Chris Letang is having a Norris Trophy caliber season, but obviously with Justin Schultz injured, you need that defensive depth there, and I definitely think Marcus Patterson has been providing that for the Pittsburgh Penguins, and they have to be pretty happy with the return that they did get for Daniel Sprong. Now, yes, he was considered, one of the top prospects in the entire league over the past couple of seasons. He really has just been underwhelming, but getting Marcus Patterson in return for a guy like Sprong, I definitely think as of right now it looks like the Penguins won that deal. Next, from my favorite team, the Detroit Red Wings, I decided to put Philipp Kurashev on this list. Now, he's been a very, very nice bright spot in the dark season that the Detroit Red Wings have been having. He was a 2nd round pick, 53rd overall back in 2016. He's 21 years old, last year in the AHL, 67 games played, 11 goals, and 28 assists for 39 points. And this year in 35 NHL games, he has 3 goals and 13 assists for 16 points. So those are some pretty good point totals, especially for just 35 NHL games. If he did play all season, he potentially could have had a 40-point season as a rookie defenseman, which is pretty impressive. Yes, he has been getting a lot of opportunity. He's been playing around 25 to 22 minutes of ice time per night because he has earned it. He's been playing very, very well. He's been quarterbacking our power play, and I just really like the way he has been playing, and I definitely think he's going to be a huge part of our future. A position that Detroit was really, really looking weak at, in terms of defensive prospects. Now with guys like Hronek and Dennis Cholowski, Libor Shulak, Vili Seljarvi, and those guys, it's looking like we have a little bit more of a promising future on the back end than maybe that we thought in the beginning. But Philipp Hronek arguably could be the best out of all of those defensive prospects, and he definitely has been having an amazing rookie season. I just wish he would have been here the whole time just so his point totals could have been up there, with the Dahlins and stuff like that, but he's not really getting talked about a lot, and rightfully so though, because he has only played 35 games, but in those 35 games he's been very, very impressive. Next is Anthony Cirelli of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now, with how good of a season Tampa is having and just all the players having career years, it's easy to forget about Anthony Cirelli, but he's having an amazing rookie season. He was a 3rd round pick, 72nd overall back in 2015. He's a 21-year-old centerman, and last year in the AHL, in 51 games, he had 14 goals and 23 assists for 37 points, and this year in 71 NHL games, he has 14 goals and 16 assists for 30 points. Now, I was kind of debating on if I should put Matthew Joseph or Anthony Cirelli in this video, but I feel like Cirelli's probably having a little bit more of a stronger season of the two Tampa Bay rookies, but those two guys just make this Tampa Bay Lightning team that much more scary. The depth of this team is really unbelievable. Anthony Cirelli has been killing penalties. He's been a great energy guy and putting up 30 points as a rookie on a Tampa Bay Lightning team where, yes, you have all of those top guys up there, you know, eating up most of the power play time and all the ice time. So Anthony Cirelli really making the best of his opportunity, and he is only 21 years old, and that's pretty scary for the rest of the NHL. The Tampa Bay Lightning still have these young guys that are really just now breaking out and are going to be getting better over the next couple of years. So I definitely think Anthony Cirelli is having a very, very underrated rookie season. And now finishing out the video with Dominic Cahoon of the Chicago Blackhawks. Now Cahoon went undrafted, and to me that is very, very impressive. He's a 23-year-old centerman, and last year in the Dell in 42 games he had 12 goals and 29 assists for 41 points, showing that he can put up a good number of points at the pro hockey level. And this year with the Blackhawks, 70 games played, 12 goals and 22 assists for 34 points. He's been playing on the second line throughout the majority of the season, and yes, you could make the argument that he's been playing with some very talented guys, but Cahoon is definitely holding his own and having a very, very solid season for the Blackhawks, and he's been one of the main contributors in why they have stayed competitive in the playoff race. They have kind of fallen out of it a little bit, but definitely I think Blackhawks fans have to like the fight that they saw from their team and just the breakout season that a lot of guys are having, like Dylan Strome. Alex DeBrincat is showing that he can potentially be a 45 goal scorer in the NHL, which nobody thought when he got drafted, but he's just been a very, very pleasant surprise. So Cahoon, Strome, DeBrincat, and all those guys having an amazing year, and then obviously Patrick Kane leading the way along with Jonathan Toews. So not a bad year for the Chicago Blackhawks. They have kind of fallen out of the race a little bit, but Dominic Cahoon is definitely having a very, very underrated rookie season. So that is going to wrap up the video. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Before you go spamming the comments with where's Patterson, where's Tkachuk, where's Kotkaniemi, where's Binnington, where's Carter Hart, and all those guys, this is just the underrated rookies that aren't really getting the recognition that a lot of the top draft picks and just the top rookies this year have been getting. So make sure to keep that in mind. But if there is any other underrated rookies that you think I missed, make sure to let me know down in the comment section. So with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for daily NHL content. And I will see you guys all in the next video.